Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Mad Games Tycoon 2. However, today, yes, it is called episode 28 at the top, at the bottom. I know the name is episode 28. However, I will not go on to the game that I've played on for 27 episodes, but I will go in a new one. We are going legendary. We're going with the normal year. We're going in normal difficulty. All of this is staying the same, but except France, RPG, and give me my logo back. There we go. All of that will stay like that. Yeah. There's one extra thing now. Random game concept settings, random popularity increase, platform popularity increases platform lifetime. Okay, no random events, historical. Okay, whatever. Okay, so why am I coming here? It's just to show you that the early game the early game in itself hasn't changed much. It's it's from 1979 onwards. So realistically, here you won't see that many changes. That guy's pretty good. 18 in research as well. Okay, well, I'm keeping him. And this one is also 18 in programming. This one only has 11 in graphics. Okay, this guy's actually better, I feel. So there you go. I keep him. Of course, we sell the car. Okay, so one thing that actually got in as well, just to show you, is there's this thing now, subsidiaries, but also publisher and developer. Buy. That's a thing now. You can buy companies. Yeah. Now, how much do you buy these for? 3.1 million for middle. I'm wondering if you can get them to boop, 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 boop. Get the stars up and everything. That would be quite cool. But in fact, you can see all of this thing. Not for sale. I mean, yeah, makes sense. Not for sale. 22 million. 16 million. Alright, but yeah. I think all the big ones at 5 stars are not for sale, basically. Which makes sense. I never really came into the game back after all of this shit. But, okay, why am I doing this video? It's not actually for all of that, for the early game or everything like that. It's just to talk about a comment I had on episode 7 that came in today for me. It is a comment about me playing the game weird and basically not playing it as I should, and that I'm slow and everything. However, I will respond to this comment. I already did respond, but I wanted to do an actual full response. So let me go fish out the comment first. So he says he's enjoying the series. I'm great explaining, but I'm not very good at this game. Why is there no marketing? The higher the hearts, the more money you make. Blah, blah, blah. Why do you use big booth at conventions? Save some money, make your game profitable. I have $500 million in cash by now with everything unlocked. And so I responded to this comment, and I will do so right here too. So these are valid complaints if you don't know the difficulty on which I'm playing the game. However, here, it's in the title, I play in Legendary difficulty. Legendary difficulty is played very differently from even very hard. Very hard. I played it a few times. I can tell you, it is very different. You can have 70% games on very hard without having extra studios. Here, 70% without extra studios is pretty much impossible. What I mean by extra studios is the game testing studio, the fucking quality assurance, graphic studio, or sound studio. Without all these three here, early game. In Legendary, you cannot make 70% games. In very hard, you can get 70, but not very much higher than that. In hard, you can get 80%. Normal, 80 plus, easily. 80 plus easily without another studio. But yeah, you still have things like graphics at like 70% around, you know. But then gameplay and controls are gonna be around 85 to 90 normally for normal difficulty. But for me, it doesn't mean anything here. You cannot make a game, your first game, you know, in normal difficulty, your first game can be a 70 plus. But if I just show you by getting just, I'm just showing you basically the difference between normal and, I'm just going to show you the difference between normal. Oh, wow, wait, there's new things. No, I saw wrong. But yeah, let me just have 1 second, and I will show you the difference between both things here. So let me just get these two, get the gameplay features. Your first game, without any stars, okay, without any stars at all, your first game on Legendary will be at max at 35%. Normally. Doesn't matter about the name. So I will just say this is with the perfect settings that I will use, okay? I will use the perfect settings that I have on my cheat sheet. So let me just do this. I did put on seniors already. So 7.2. 7.4. So this is just going to be me responding to one of those comments, you know. Because it's interesting. It's interesting because I just don't think he saw the fact that I am in Legendary. Because yeah, the game is very, very different. And you will not get as much money as he says he has, you know. You can never get that much. Not in Legendary. In Legendary, it is not doable to get that much. So this is the best I can do at the time, you know. At that time, this is the best I can do with the 4 gameplay features and everything. So there you go. I'm gonna wait for the bugs to be fixed. Damn, 5 people already. I will not keep this save, by the way. This is just me showing you just responding to the comment, as I said. So yeah, because I think it's important to let you know about the differences between the levels. So, as you can see, current estimated rating, 20 to 40. Your first game on Legendary will always be, at best, a 35%. Because, while your team is not experiment, it's very, very low in power. Your team is pretty bad at doing this. You have no graphics studio. You have no sound studio. You have no quality assurance. With the full stars of a genre, you can get about 65 to 70%, but not even 70. Yes, maybe actually 70, but you have to get someone for the graphics, someone for the sound, someone for the gameplay, and someone for tech. You need to have at least one person for each, for each point thing that you get in the game. So, sound, gameplay, graphics, and technology. You need one employee for each. And that's what I do. I do this every time. But if you make a game this early without using your contracted games, these things, you will not get enough. And what I see here is actually quite bad. Okay, so they put more into the payment but lowered the bonuses, didn't they? I mean, that's fine. It's a bit of a fail-safe against fails in here, I can see, because this was like 1,000 before, and this was like 30,000. But overall, it's probably the same amount of money that you get, so that's fine. What isn't fine though is the change that they made for it, but for this thing. So they lowered it slightly. They lowered it slightly because this was 30 million just a bit ago, so they lowered it. But 24 is still a lot. It's still a lot, isn't it? And the main culprit is this one with 300,000. This is the main culprit. This is the one you should have taken down. But anyway, okay. So so that was in legendary difficulty, you know. So remember, 32%. Now we go down in very hard. We do the same thing, the exact same thing. Boom, boom, boom. This is really just to show you guys, okay? I'm just here for getting you guys to see exactly the differences between the levels, because this is something that I never really said, you know? I never really explained the differences between legendary and normal. Of course, you should know that it's harder, but I didn't say how much harder it is, you know? But it's just that you have to change your whole strategy. Everything has to change. Everything. Carpet 7, there we go. Get this guy in there. Let me look at the guy here. Programming, fine. So, gameplay features, same thing. I'll go with double gameplay features. So, normally on no stars, it should be around a 40 to 50. I don't know. It depends on the genre that I have. It's adventure. So, no, we will actually get the genre first as well. And I'll even do one better. You'll see. I will even do one better if I can. So this is slightly different since I do have 2 programmers and not actually a guy for graphics, but it's not that much of a change. I'll go with puzzle. Won't matter too much. So yeah, also another thing that the guy said, it's about the marketing. So marketing, he's on episode 7, which means that I only have 2 buildings. I'm on this one and this one, on these 2 buildings. At that point, we are in 1981, I would say, probably. 80 to 81, I would say. And at that point, I have very little space. I'm working with like 150 meters square, and okay, less than that actually, 120 meters square I would say, and 144. This is like 1/3 of this. This is 1/3 of this zone. So yeah, you're not working with a lot of space, and what this means is that you have to manage your space quite well. You need research, you need development, you need quality assurance, you need graphics, you need sound. All of these are things for legendary that you need. It's a necessity. Okay? It is a necessity to get these. And the fact that the fact that he says, yes, go get marketing. I cannot do that with the space that I have, you know? Or maybe I could, but it would mean that I would lower my my speed at which I'm doing the rest of the games, you know? Which I'm not sure about that, you know? There, I don't care about the names on these, because I'm not keeping the save anyway. So, whatever. But again, same thing, just this. No stars on anything, as you can see. No stars on anything. This is the same one. 7274. 4268. And I just wanted to do the same exact game, you know? just to show. But actually, this one is even slightly better because there is... Okay, well, that was just lucky. But there. It's slightly better because there is the local high scores, but it won't be that much of a noticeable change normally. The change shouldn't be big in any way. It should be like 1 or 2 extra %. It won't do much, let me tell you, okay? It won't do much. But from what you will be able to see, it will actually be massive to get that. It'll be massive. See? This is pretty much the same. This is pretty much the same. Yet, you get an extra 20%. Let me just wait for the bug. There we go. You get to 60. In very hard, you get to 60% on your first game. Damn. Okay? That's damn. That's big. And so there you go. That was it. That was for very hard. I will skip hard and go immediately for normal. Okay? Because between hard and normal and medium, the difficulty isn't that big of a difference normally. Okay, there we go. Boom, boom. I didn't disable the tutorial. Whatever. Yeah, let me just... I didn't disable the tutorial. I'm a bit of an idiot. Anyway, it's fine, whatever. I won't even care about it. At the bottom. So, heating... Carpet, shut up. I do whatever the fuck I want now, thank you. There. There. Boom. Sending this guy. I could even get him to work immediately, but I'll do it the same way. I'll get these two. I don't even want to do that yet. The tutorial is wrong, by the way. If you're playing this in like Legendary, the tutorial is wrong. Music and sound, game design. This one's okay. Let me get him. But yeah, marketing when you don't have the space is not mandatory. Yeah, getting extra sales, woo, great. However, if you just... if you're just not having... If you're not selling if you're not doing your thing for selling games, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because right now I'm just doing the marketing, and marketing is for 1 game out of every 2 years. You know, so it doesn't matter. It's cool to have it. Yeah, it's cool to get to 100 and even overhype up to 200% extra sales. But does it matter? Does it matter that much? Skill game was wrong. Just puzzle game. Doesn't matter what I go with. There we go. Just mashed. So let me see if I can figure it out on my own now. 7274 2468? No, 27. That's not right. 4268, right? Shit. Yeah, 4268. Whoops. I couldn't figure it out on my own. But even if I don't get the right settings, it doesn't matter. You'll still have like a 60% minimum. I did it. Thank you. Wait until your game is finished. Thanks. But yes, I will just say it is very, very, very easy to get a lot of money in normal, you know, in the medium difficulty, or even in hard, it's fine. But if you're playing Legendary, money is quite hard to come by. No, it is. It is really hard to come by. So yeah. There you go, game is done. That's a 70% on the first game. On the first game, it's a 70%, just like that. 74. And see your graphics and sound, 41%. Remember, even on very hard, it was under 25. So yeah, there we go. You know, it is a noticeable difference. It is very noticeable as a difference. But what I wanted to show with this is, yeah, you cannot play the same way in Legendary that you play in medium, even hard, even very hard. You can play very hard while just doing only games, just throwing the games out and everything. In Legendary, you are forced to use the contracts at level 1. So at level 1, I mean, in the first year, you lose a lot of time and money by doing so, because that's how it goes. That's just how it is. That is just how it is, because contracts are not money efficient. They are not. In here they are, because, you know, still, you get an extra bit of bonus, because you shouldn't have 38,000 plus 11. That's like 50 foul for a game. If you look at Legendary, you get 30 foul, so, nah. But yeah, it's very noticeable. Same thing for these, by the way. You get much more money. You get like 10 times more money. It's crazy. Making games, very easy in this. You can just make the games. You can just make them. And it doesn't matter. You can just make the games and it'll work out. On any genre and any stars, even if you have no stars, you will still get sales that give you money on your games. Every time. You can fuck up as hard as you want. You will never get under 50%. Never. If you get under 50%, you fucked up hard. Very hard. And yeah, there you go. With that being said, though, yes, Legendary is very different. Marketing, is it important? Yes. Yes, it is kind of important in these levels. In Legendary, it's not as important because you're not making games for yourself. Most of your games are going to be contracted games. That means that the games that you are making are going to be sold at other people. They're going to be for other people. So why would you up these? You know, why would you up the numbers for these guys? Also, you get more sales in these ones, by the way. Like that. Fucking hell. You get much more sales for these levels also, just saying. Because no game should have 15,000 early on like that. It's crazy. But there you go. For some reason, it still works, and you get like 90k on the first 4 weeks. Something that doesn't happen to me even after 10 years, pretty much. I'm kidding, but 5 years. 5 years, yeah. I don't think I get 20,000 in 4 weeks. So yeah, anyway, tangent, sorry. Marketing for this, yeah, important. For normal and everything, getting twice the sales that you get, because normally marketing at 100 gets you 100% extra sales, I think, and overhype takes you up to 200% extra. I think that's how it works, but I'm not even sure. Maybe it's just a 50% increase or something like that. I don't think it is, by the way, a full one-on-one ratio. It might be just a 50% ratio, so 0.5, so 0.5 to 1 ratio. Maybe that's more realistic. Because it would be too OP, I think. Marketing would be too OP. It is important. Don't get me wrong. Marketing is very important. This is why I still have in my big save. You know, if you look here, I still do have a marketing studio. You know, I do have one. Is it big? Not really. But I don't think I need bigger. It's on 11 out of 13. I'm just waiting for the loading. There you go. It's on 12 out of 13. So I got one extra. But yeah, there you go. It's on 12 out of 13. It's right here. They're doing their thing correctly. I don't have anything to do with them now anymore. I just do the game marketing every time on every game. As you can see, 92, 161, 68. But all for the add-ons, it doesn't matter because you will all get the sales anyway. So these don't matter. But see, yeah, okay. Okay. Same thing. I always keep the hype up for the consoles as well, you know. It's just how it goes. But all these, yes, I don't do them for all the add-ons because it doesn't matter too much normally. Because you will still get extra sales anyway. But for the game itself, yeah, I still do keep the hype up, you know? And it's working. I have 1 million subscriptions, you know? So it's massive. Marketing is good. Marketing is good. Overhype is amazing. This guy's on 180. I mean, come on. The guy's on 161 still. All the overhype is great. But it shouldn't be a be-all, end-all. You know? The marketing is not OP. It's good. It's very good to do. It's something that you can use for just getting extra money and everything. And I'm using it for this, and as you can see, it's working quite well. I have 760 million on this save. So, yeah, it's working. And come on. That's the best you can do for this, right? Have all the buildings, have everything set, and just continue like that, and it's good. There's no real bad thing happening in here. Everything's working well. These guys are doing all their special marketing on every game, and yeah, getting the overhype. These are more important. You know, these are the extra important things, because the press release for the extra 3%, that's very good and everything. And one other thing, the last thing I will say in this is about the conventions. I did answer that question too, but I will do it here as well, just so that everyone has that answer. You know, this is why I'm doing this. So it's that everyone knows my answer to all those questions that you might ask yourself. Basically, why I always go with the big stand, even if I only have one game, or no consoles or nothing like that, I do this so that you get extra fans. Fans are as important as the hype. You know, as hype. Yeah, you get the hype. You still do get the hype. That's great. Get the hype. However, getting those extra points, those extra fans, also increase your sales. Look at this one. I'm on 2.765 million fans. Do you really think this doesn't have an impact? Do you think it would be there if it doesn't have an impact? No, it does have an impact. It is there for a reason. That reason being, if you have fans of a special genre, if you do games on that genre, people will buy it more. Because you will have all your fans of the genre that will already buy it, normally. And so there you go. This is why First Fantasy V here has sold so well at 2.1 million. Yes, I know, that might sound low as a sale number, but remember, Legendary gives you less sales. Way less sales. So 2.1 is very good. Same thing, Alabasta, 3 million, very, very, very good. Even if it has been here for like 5 years, 3 years, never mind, 3.5 years. So we're coming on 4, but not actually 4 years. So yeah, there you go. There you go. And of course, all of my my add-ons are selling very, very well. As you can see, 120,000 for Amazon Lily. And yeah, but right now in this save, I have hit a routine that I kind of wanted to get out of. And so that meant stopping the series a bit. This episode is more of a standalone more than a numbered episode, but I will still number it, number 28. But yeah, there you go. It was an answering of questions that I had. Well, it wasn't question, it was observations, but I do it as a question here, to which I responded. And I hope it was clear enough. I will do a TLDR right now. So, Legendary is very different to medium difficulty, hard, or very hard even. I don't speak about easy or very easy because I never played them, and I think you can just get 90% on the first game anyway. But there you go. But it's very different. Marketing is important. It's very good for getting extra sales, but it is not something as important in Legendary as graphic studio, sound studio, support. Also, early on, support is very good to get those fans up and keep the fans, because if your number of if this bar here that you can see, if it gets in the red, you will lose fans, which is bad when you're not making games because it will not go back up. So, keep the support as well. Just get the customer support rolling to get the percentage back down and keep your fans. And Yeah, so I was talking about graphic studio, sound studio, quality assurance, and support are more important than marketing early game. So when you have two buildings, you build these rooms first, and then you think about the other rooms. I didn't do it on the third building, by the way, the marketing. I only did it on the fourth, on this one. That was because once again, I felt that I didn't need it, and that I needed more space for my other studios, which is why here was a sound studio, here was a double quality assurance set in, separated in two. Here was a graphic studio right here, if I remember correctly. And then there was something at the bottom. I don't remember what it was. Was it stockroom and production? I don't remember how I did it back then, but yeah, there you go. And at the bottom here was development room and research here still on 8 people. I do remember that, I think. And then yeah, I changed everything with this room getting in, and then I added the marketing because it's there. It is important. I'm not saying it's not, but it is not the most important room. It is important. Don't get me wrong. It's just not the most important thing. And so lastly, conventions. You don't go with the small conventions just so that you get more fans, you know. You get the fans, you get these extra fans, and these extra fans will give you extra sales too. And also, it does give slightly more hype on the games. It's not massive, it's not noticeable normally, but still, it does give extra hype. But it is for the fans. Now, in like 2016, the fans that you get from the big convention is massive. I get like 15K, right? So that's pretty big. And yeah, you're still okay with that. I don't know how much they give the other ones, but normally it's lower. It is much lower because it's on a percentage of the people that get in your stand. So there you go. I hope this was clear enough, and that you guys enjoyed this little explanation of what I am doing in the game right now in Legendary difficulty. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys later. Bye.